Coming up, going to be talking about a brand new Big City Greens movie coming to Disney+, some new National Geographic documentaries, and a brand new campaign running across the world. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney+ news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from what's on DisneyPlus.com. It's Monday, it's time to jump into some of today's big Disney+ news, and we're going to start off with two big announcements regarding Big City Greens. The first off, we're going to be getting a 4th season. And also, there's going to be a brand new animated movie with like a musicals theme that's going to be coming to Disney Plus and also the Disney Channel. So with Big City Greens being Disney's #1 show, we're going to be getting this brand new movie. That's it's quite interesting as well, that the fact that they've said it's coming to both Disney Channel and Disney Plus, and it's going to be a musical. And they've also received a 4th order for a show, and the 3rd season is set to debut on the Disney Channel on February the 12th. They will also be available on Disney Plus at a later date, and the first 2 seasons of Big City Greens are also available on Disney Plus as well. We don't really know too much about what the movie's going to be, other than it being a musical. And obviously, with the 3rd season just getting underway, it's going to be a while until we find out more about that 4th season. But definitely a big win for Big City Green fans. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Disney making a brand new musical movie featuring the characters from Big City Greens. And more importantly, I just love the idea that they're kind of announcing it for both Disney Plus and the Disney Channel. Kind of the first big like shared project that they've announced like this. But let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. The Sundance Film Festival is currently underway in the United States, and at the event, Disney has picked up 2 more movies. National Geographic Documentary Films has picked up 2 different titles. Fire of Love is going to be released first off in cinemas before it will then be released on streaming services. And depending on the theme of it, whether or not it will be arriving directly on Disney Plus in the US or if it will go to Hulu. But obviously internationally, it will be on Disney Plus. And it follows the love story of intrepid French scientists Catulle and Maurice, who died just as explosively as they lived, capturing the most spectacular imagery ever recorded of their greatest passion, volcanoes. And National Geographic has also acquired The Territory, which again will be released for a limited theatre run before then coming to Disney's streaming services. This documentary is about an indigenous tribe whose population is dwindling and their culture is threatened since coming into contact with non-native Brazilians. Though promised dominion over their own rainforest territory, they have faced illegal incursions from environmentally destructive logging and mining, and most recently dealing with land grabbing invasions spurred on by the right-wing politicians. And it's all about deforestation and the global effect of all of this. I always think it's great that Disney are going out and finding these kind of independent movies and then bringing them to a much larger audience. Not only are they doing it with National Geographic, they're also doing it with Searchlight. And yeah, so this one's definitely going to be some interesting movies. I love volcanoes. I did go up some and look at the lava and like cook some marshmallows on lava when I was down in Central America. So I'm actually really excited to see where this one goes, because volcanoes can be beautiful but very, very deadly. And then again, with deforestation, such a story that just is all going to hit us. And I just like this more sort of mature stuff and this kind of content that we get from National Geographic, which is much more serious than we get from any of the other brands. And I really enjoy all this National Geographic content. But let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. And finally, Disney has kicked off a brand new campaign here in Europe and across the Middle East and Africa, which they're calling the House of Disney Plus. Part of that new promotion is a new kind of tagline of things that you'd expect and things that you wouldn't. Now, the whole kind of core emphasis of this marketing brand is a new trailer they've shown off, and I'm sure there's going to be more to come. And it kind of highlights that, you know, there's a lot of stuff on Disney Plus that people expect, things like Toy Story. You've also got like the Book of Boba Fett, etc. And what they're also doing then is they're kind of playing on that and going, these are the stories that you would expect on Disney Plus and the stories that you wouldn't. Because obviously here in Europe and then right across Asia and Canada, we have just more content. We have mature content. And so this trailer kind of highlights that. You've got like The Walking Dead. You've also got The Kingsman coming to Disney Plus in February. And all part of this is just the idea of, I think, really just pushing Disney Plus as a primary factor, as a primary streaming service. Less emphasis now on Star. Kind of the whole pushing Star as a new brand seems to have been sort of abandoned. The whole point of this now is just to purely show off that there's great content coming to Disney Plus. They highlighted some of the new content coming in the next couple of months. All of this is due to arrive on Disney Plus, at least here in the UK, before the end of May. So we'll be getting Pam and Tommy, which starts next week with new episodes dropping weekly, followed shortly afterwards with The Kingsman. Also in February, we're going to be getting some new episodes from the second batch of The Walking Dead Season 11. Really looking forward to that one. I love that show. We'll also be getting The Dropout. Turning Red will be dropping, which is the latest Pixar movie, along with the Ice Age Adventures of Buckwild. Important to note, Here in Europe, we're getting that one in March rather than the end of the week for some bizarre reason. Plus, we're going to be getting a brand new show called Pistols, which is based on the legendary Sex Pistols guitarist Steve Jones. And then we'll also be getting West Side Story at some point. I'm really liking this whole new campaign. I think it's a very smart way of pushing the idea that Disney Plus is not just about Disney princesses and superheroes. There's a lot more on there. They've kind of also changed the marketing, like I said, taken away the star and putting like 18 plus. So they've got like 18 on like The Walking Dead and Pam and Tommy. And then they've got a little bit of a different icon, a 16 in a different color for the Kardashians, which is a brand new, I'd say almost like a spin-off of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians that's going to be coming as well in the future. Lots of great content coming. I just, like I said, I really liking this whole promotion, and it really showcases now the idea of just turning Disney Plus, at least here across our region, into a much bigger platform that has a lot of different content. So I think it's a real smart one, but let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters. I'd like to thank all of our Patreon and YouTube channel members for their support. You can become a member from as little as $2 a month and you get access to our weekly Q&A and much more.